Hey, how you doing? MikeFev here once again. It's finally time to show the new rig. I think I got it dialed in pretty good. And I'm just going to give you a quick rig rundown. A couple Hartke amps, the LH1000, LH50, or the HA5500. A Alesis compressor, the ever-present Alesis compressor. A Studio 400, the wirelesses, which aren't in use right now, but they would be if I were playing, in front of a crowd and on a stage or something like that. Rack tuner and the rack rider power supply, which supplies power to everything. So I flick one switch, it all goes on. It's great. Okay. There's also a Billy Sheehan signature pedal, which you might see it's tucked on the top of the amp rack right there. I'm working on getting some cables. They're coming Federal Express in about 5 days, just so I can move it around a little closer to wherever I may be, so I can control it at arm's length, wherever my arm's length may be. So basically we got two signal paths, woofer pickup, P pickup, separate outputs on the bass, and running the bass woofer pickup directly to the compressor and then to the Studio 400 and then right into the LH1000, which is bridged so that I get the full power out of it when I have both speakers hooked up. And then the P pickup goes from the wireless or from the bass to the wireless or to a wire cable and directly to the tuner, out of the tuner into the Billy Sheehan preamp, and then back to the Hartke HA5500. In the clean effects loop of the Billy Sheehan pedal, I have the other side of the compressor, so I get my compression from the compressor and not from the built-in compressor of the pedal, although that's pretty cool when I'm just using the pedal all by itself on some random amplifier for a rehearsal or whatever, or who knows what, or for recording or whatever. And I'm not using the whole rig. Also, in the distortion side effects loop, I have a foot switch, so I can control turning it on and off from wherever I may be. So the pedal's over there, but I can turn the distortion on and off over here. Just a quick solder job of the cable at the right place, and you can turn that effects loop into an on-off switch. Ask me how in the comments, and I'll send you a description of how to do that. And that's pretty much the whole rig. The other part of the rig is the speakers, which you're not hearing right now, but they're kind of for me up on stage. And with the volume knobs on each amp, I can control the volume of those speakers and not affect anything that's going to the front of house, which makes it great for sound guys and also great for me up on stage. If I want to do a sound check without using the speakers, I can do the sound check, and then after the sound check, I can totally come up here, up on stage, wherever these may be, and get a stage volume that's acceptable and that can either work with the sound system or if the sound system becomes irrelevant, if it's so loud it doesn't matter, I can crank these up to the ceiling and it won't affect the mix of the sound guy's input levels. So once he sets those, I can get to forget about everything, just once I give him the cables, and he can forget about anything that I have to do up here with regards to volume, because he's getting his sound not from my volume that's coming up here. It's all from preamp stuff. And when I say preamp, I mean preamp. So what we have here, I'm going to start playing now, and I think it should make sense in a second. So here's the clean sound. Alright, so that's just the clean sound of the high-end pickup. Here's just the clean low end, which is pretty much never changes. Now we combine those two. Okay, the sound that you're hearing is basically all direct. So everything that's coming out of these speakers is actually a very low level, much like almost all of my other videos. It's all low volume videos. You can put them as loud as you want on your side. I'm doing this for tonal purposes, so you can hear the bass and the amps and whatever. And basically, so you can hear what in reality, like in the room when you're standing here, that's what it sounds like. And I'm getting as close to that as I can on a video. So here's all three channels. The Billy Sheehan preamp, which is always on, because that's where I'm getting that clean. It's starting clean there. That's where the clean comes from. And then I can turn on the distortion. And I can turn on the low end. I also have an ability to turn off the clean channel completely so that I can tune with my tuner, which is great for looking professional while you're on stage. And sometimes I just like duck to the side and tune real quick, or just kind of look to my side wherever my amp rack is, and I'm able to do a quick little tweak of my tuning to make sure that everything's still cool from all up bending, or who knows, the temperature changes. Playing on the East Coast, there's all kinds of humidity differences and changes in temperature throughout the year, and you know, if your guitar is cold or hot or whatever, it can change a tiny bit. Even up on stage with stage lighting, as it gets warmer, the strings stretch a little bit, who knows. So having the tuner in the rack is almost a necessity if you're playing with someone else who also tunes the guitar. Or even if you're playing alone and you don't want to sound like an idiot. So, got that going for us here. That's the Hartke rig and the Yamaha bass. And I guess I'll just play it out with another thing that I have no idea what I'm going to do. Okay. Just kidding. This is so hard. It is. See ya.